Hi everybody! In today's video I'm going to show you how your forever box will arrive when it reaches your house, and what's inside and how to pack it to return your memories to be digitized. Once you have your forever box, and this is the medium specialty box that I have here, and you'll notice I have some time-sensitive savings inside. I'll show you that later. Please go ahead and open it, and your forever box will actually be inside. So keep this outer box because you'll need that later when it's time to ship it back. And this is your forever box. So again, this is the specialty medium-sized box because I'm going to be sending in scrapbook pages. And let's go ahead and open that. And I'm just going to take this out and set this aside for a second. So these are the goodies that you have inside the box, and you'll have a variety of Ziploc bags that you can pack everything inside your box to keep it extra safe and secure in transit. Then you've got other bags for you to keep your items neatly organized together. So for example, for me, I will be sending in scrapbook pages, so I'm not going to use these, but if you had photographs or negatives, tapes, cassette tapes, you'll be using the smaller bags. And you can send anything back in your specialty box. So even though I bought it with scrapbook pages in mind, if I find a few things that I'm also going to want to pack, I can also pack that in the box as well. These are the large bags that my scrapbook pages will fit in, and I'll be bundling together all the pages that belong together in one album, in one group. And then there are some barcoded stickers that pertain to my box. So each bundle of things that you put in your box are barcoded, and every time something is touched, it gets scanned so that they will know when it's arrived, where it is in the facility, at what stage of the digitization process it's in, so that this can be tracked through the whole process. There's also, here's my coupon. So when I ordered my box, there was a sale, and the sale was free shipping. So I got free 3-way shipping, but not only that, I get an extra 30% off everything that I pack in my box, and my box was 30% off when I bought it. So I highly encourage you, unless you have a time sensitive project, to wait for a really good sale and order your box, and make sure you send it back before your coupon expires. And then you've got some information about how you can pack your box, what kind of things will go in your box, how to calculate your pricing, and I'll review that with you as well. And lastly is your prepaid shipping label that will go on the brown box on the outside of the box when you're all finished. So for me, I'm going to be sending in some scrapbooks, and these are albums that I have completed, and I really just want them to be scanned for a couple of reasons. Number one, in case anything happens. So if we had a fire or a flood, all of my hard work and precious memories could be lost, and I want to protect that. So I'm going to send these books in to be digitized. The other reason, and I've done with some of our vacation albums, is I'll send them in, and I'm just going to show you a couple others while I'm talking here. I'll send them in and get digital copies reprinted. So once I have all the pages in a book scanned, then I have a digital file that I can then create a book and get it printed, which usually arrives as a much thinner book to what the original scrapbook is. And this, I'm finding, is really handy for my children who, when they move out, are not going to have a huge house and space to keep all of these wonderful scrapbooks that I have made them. So I've got their school books here that I'm going to be sending in, and there are graduation books as well that I'm going to be sending in for this project. So I'm just going to take a moment to, well, a few minutes to remove all of the page protectors from all of the pages. And as I go through my books, I may find that there's a page that I don't want to be scanned. For example, I have this page which isn't finished, and that's totally fine. I'm gonna get it scanned before I get it finished for a couple of reasons. Number one is I still haven't finished it and I want to get this scanned. Number two, whoops, I didn't take that off, is that I can always recreate the page digitally to make the book complete later. And for me, if I just keep waiting, then I'm gonna miss my coupon sale and it's not gonna happen. So once I get all of the page protectors off my albums, then I'm going to take my pages out of the album and pack that up. And I'll show you that in just a few minutes. What is happening here? So now I'm ready to take the pages out of my album, and I'm just going to slip them out and stack them up, pop them in one of the bags, and I just keep all of my page protectors and the album cover, I'll tidy this up a little bit, stacked and ready to go, so that when my book comes back, I can pop it right back in the correct order and it'll be good to go. Now, the other thing that I want to do is there were a couple of pages in here, if you remember, that I'm not going to scan. And if I just go back and find these, this is one of them. The reason is because this is actually created digitally and I have a digital copy already. So I'm just gonna write, do not scan, on a little post-it note. Now, normally I wouldn't recommend post-it notes in your album long-term, but this is only gonna be here temporarily. So I don't need to worry about that. And then if I jump ahead to, here it is, these two. Maybe not on my photo. Then I do that. And then the last thing I do is I count all the sides that I do want to scan, and that is going to determine how many pages I will be charged for. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, not this one, so 13, 15, 17, 19, 21, 22, not those two, 23, 24, and 25. So I have 25 pages in this bundle. So again, I'm just going to write myself a little note. And then this is going to go inside my bag. I just try to get all of the air out so that when I package it up in the box, it's not going to be all poofy. And now I'm going to write 2019 Sydney graduation. I've got 25 pages. And I'm going to put that on my bag. And where do my barcodes go? There we are. This is going to be item number 1, and I'm going to put my barcode sticker right on there. This is ready to go into my box. And on my tally sheet, at the end, I'm going to be writing down how many scrapbook pages that I have. So my album pages that are 12 by 12. Once I have them all tallied up, then I'm going to write that total on my booklet. And then this is ready to go in my box. So you'll see with the medium box here that I will have room along the edges for other little items that I want to tuck in, slides, negatives, videos, anything that I might have that I want to send in as well, I can fit in this box. So I'm just going to do the rest of my albums and stack them all up in here. Probably put them in that one big bag when I'm done if they all fit, as an extra layer of protection. And then I'll show you how my tally sheet works.